What do you think the chances are by June he slapped his name on the building?
The Trump house in gold, right across the front. Trump.
Your new film, Trumped. It debuts here at the Sundance Film Festival on January 27th and then debuts on Showtime on February 3rd. Give us a sense for people who watched the circus over last year and how you guys put together. Really kept a lot of us in live, real time about what was going on. What can we expect from this film?
Well, first of all, you can expect a singular focus on Donald Trump. And the movie really is the story of Trump's improbable rise, his hostile takeover of the Republican Party, his totally unexpected victory over Hillary Clinton, and it really follows the through line. What we're trying to show in the movie in a way that the series captured the totality of the circus, right? This is a movie that's about how did this guy, who no one, Republican, Democrat, most people in the media, gave a chance. By following Trump and the focus staying strictly on him, his relationship with his supporters, the arguments he was making that were affirmative about how he wanted to change the country, the arguments he was making that were negative about Hillary Clinton, about other Republicans, about the media. I mean, right now we're living in this world where this debate we're fully engaged just a few days into the new administration over how the press is going to relate to Donald Trump, over whether there are alternative sets of facts that are going to govern. You can see the roots of a lot of this media controversy and what's going to be a big dynamic in this administration. You can see it in how you don't realize just how much Trump attacked the media, how key that was, how much he baited them. So you see, I think by focusing on Trump, you get a really good sense of exactly the path that he followed. So there was a huge challenge for us when we decided to do this after Election Day, which was to send our incredible team at Left Right back into post and start going through all the unused footage. And you see a mixture of things that people who are familiar, I know you're a big fan of the circus, so people who watch the series, you'll see stuff and you'll be like, oh, I remember that interview with Trump on his plane. But there's also tons of footage that is totally new to the film, and we had to use it to round out both as interstitial material and taking some of those set pieces and expanding them and showing more behind the scenes footage that we got with Donald Trump and with his staff, with some of the key people around him. It's all there.
What's going on with you and Vice President Biden?
Oh, I don't know. He made some comment he'd like to take me behind the gym. I would be the wrong guy for him to take behind the gym. Believe me, that would be easy.
Now, looking at that, when the election was over, and now we've seen now the Trump administration is in power.
It is.
Do you think, you guys got up close and personal with him a number of times, right? Do you think that this is really being done by the seat of his pants? This is done by a lack of impulse control?
Well, I think there's a little bit of a false binary in that question, right? Trump...
I perfect false binary, trust me.
It's the either or. With Trump, a lot of times it's and both. The reality is that Trump is as instinctual a politician as I've ever covered. Now we can call him a politician. He wasn't really even 2 years ago. He does make a lot of decisions about what he's going to do, what he's going to say on the fly by the seat of his pants. He does, and he's proud of that. He wouldn't run away from it. If he were sitting here, he'd say that there was almost no strategy. He just gets a feel for the country. He has a relation to his voters. He reacts to events in real time, whether it's on his Twitter feed or on stage at public events. At the same time, he had, especially by the time he got to the general election, not so much in the Republican nomination fight, where it was really just him and a few staffers. By the time he got into the general election, they were doing things in states that he won that no one thought he would win. Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, other states that were traditionally blue states. The focus on those states was not a mistake. It was not an accident. And he had real political people around him looking at data, making decisions about how to spend his time. In the White House, you can't run the federal government, no matter who you are, by the seat of your pants. It's not possible. It's a bureaucratized system. So, you look at that White House staff, a lot of key campaign people, Steve Bannon, Kellyanne Conway, they are there to try to bring some order and some semblance of strategy to a guy who generally behaves on the basis of gut instinct and is great at tactics, but sometimes not as great at the strategic, but he's put a lot of people around him to try to help him out with that.